Ibn al-Qayyim rahimahullah ta'ala said, deeds without sincerity are like a traveler carrying in his water jug dirt. Who understands this statement? Ibn al-Qayyim said that deeds without sincerity is like a traveler who carries in his water jug, he's in a desert, in his water jug, dirt. What does he mean by this? Can you imagine a traveler in the desert, extremely hot, when he becomes thirsty? Can he drink dirt? Absolutely not. What does he need to drink? Water, in order to benefit, to revitalize, to re-energize, to be able to keep on going. So what does Ibn al-Qayyim rahimahullah ta'ala mean by this in the light of what we studied? This was in our first lesson that Nick did not take. Huh? You're in a different chapter, Zaki. It's a different area altogether. That's knowledge of action without knowledge. That would have been a good example for the first thing that we spoke about. We're talking about now deeds without sincerity. Actions are being applied, but there's no sincerity. It is empty, there's a vacuum there. He's doing his deeds, but his heart is empty. No sincerity. Instead of putting sincerity, ikhlas for Allah, he's got something else in it. Dirt. That's the example, the parable, the similarity that he mentioned. In other words, Ibn al-Qayyim is saying to all of us all that a person traveling in the desert, carrying in his water jug. Why is it called a water jug? It carries what? It carries life, bi'idhnillah. Life. But instead of that life, he's got what? Dirt, filth, scum, stench, putrid, abomination. Why is it abomination? Because in that water jug is not ikhlas. It's dirt, ikhlas for the devil. You understand his example? No. Meaning that like the traveler in the desert who will not benefit in any way, shape or manner from that dirt because there's no water there. He's not going to drink dirt. It's going to destroy him. So he's going to end up dead. It's going to be useless for him. Likewise, the action, an act of worship, if that jug, which is your heart, has dirt in it, has no ikhlas, it's empty from ikhlas, but instead dirt, it's not going to benefit you. It's going to be useless, worthless, rejected. And it will not strengthen you. It will not give you life. It will not revitalize you, re-energize you. Instead, it will destroy you. No ikhlas. Do you understand this example? We must make sure that our deeds are not contaminated with evil, with the lows of this deceiving materialistic world. And we all know the beautiful hadith, which is one of the greatest teachings of Islam, most beautifully captured in a world hadith, known hadith, that was collected by Muhammad ibn Ismail al-Bukhari on the authority of Al-Faruq Umar ibn Khattab radiyallahu ta'ala anhu, who said that Muhammad said, what did he say? The hadith in Bukhari from Umar ibn Khattab to Rasulullah, the most recognized, known narration, the very first hadith in about every book on the face of this earth that has to do with Islam is what? That's it. إِنَّمَا الْأَعْمَالُ بِالنِّيَّاتِ. Yes, ya Ustaz Arabi. Tabarakallah. Straight through it, no doubt. إِنَّمَا الْأَعْمَالُ بِالنِّيَّاتِ. All actions or all deeds are acted due to your intention. All actions are but by intention. And you will only receive that which you intended. So this hadith definitely reminds us and warns us against contaminating this morsel, your niyyah, with the lows of this dunya. Fame, glory, appreciation, reputation, money, wanting to exceed over others. All these are hidden desires. You may know that no one knows except one. We see in front of us that when we do something, our hearts are considering something else. People think that you're doing it fi sabilillah or ikhlas fi lillahi ta'ala. But in reality, no one can see this except her. Except Allah ta'ala. So who are you trying to hide her from? Wallahi, if they knew, it's better than him knowing. But it's impossible for that. Because he knows more than you know. So how can someone contaminate that beautiful morsel of ikhlas, your niyyah, for worldly gain? Wallahi, it's a terrible possibility, and it is possible that all your acts of worship may be rendered null simply because of this. Simply because your intention is not for Allah Ta'ala. That you pray or you fast or you give zakat or charity for someone other than Allah, or you mix your intention for Allah and someone else, it becomes null. This is why he said that deeds without sincerity, any act of worship with no ikhlas, is like a traveler who carries in his water jug dirt. Useless, worthless, it's going to destroy him. Like that, if you put in that water jug no ikhlas in this morsel, it will destroy you. It will destroy you. And Abdullah ibn Mas'ud would advise his students. You know Abdullah ibn Mas'ud? Who's he? Who is Abdullah ibn Mas'ud? Who knows? Abdullah ibn Mas'ud. No hands up, just one word. The answer is one word. He is what? Yes. One of the most knowledgeable and the greatest, the most prestiged of all companions. This great figure in Islam. When he used to teach Islam, he would advise his students, if your intention, before he started, if your niyyah was one of these three, do not sit in my lesson. And do not study Islam. What did he say, Zaki? If your intention is one of these three, leave this sitting. Do not study Islam. Do not seek the knowledge of Islam. The first one, if your intention to seek Islam is to argue with the fuqaha, the jurists, the scholars, the teachers of Islam, the reason why you're here is to argue with them, just to argue, don't sit here. Or to shame the ignorant. Many people, because they have a little bit of Islam, wherever they are, whenever they are, they sit in circles, in gatherings, and they know that these people are ignorant of Islam. They want to prove themselves. So they try to shame those that do not know. They embarrass them. This is a false intention. It's haram. And it's rejected, not accepted. That action. And the third, if you desire that people's faces turn into your direction, do not study Islam. Do you get the three?